To enable smart pricing for any given property, we need to go to the rental section, then open up the property that we want to start working with smart prices. We need to go to the rates and upsell section. Here you can see the smart pricing preview that is going to give you a little bit of the statistics with the price difference depending on the prices you have set up and the recommendations. You can also see it on a chart instead. And then to actually apply this, you can go to the pricing. Here you will see the pricing method you're using at the moment, and then you can replace for Ninja Smart Pricing. Then scrolling down, you can define nightly rates, minimum and maximum, extra guest price when it's a standard. Then you can play with the different recommendations that we give you. Normally, we work with recommended prices and for the different pricing strategies based on the base price, on weekend strategies, seasonality strategies, last minute discounts, and also far out bookings. When these parameters have been defined, at the bottom, you get this preview of prices, which does not take in consideration the availability at the moment. And then if you want, you can opt to choose a custom price on the base rate, which we do not recommend you to do, because since this is based on algorithms and artificial intelligence, the less you set it up, the less you configure it, the more margin you give it to explore and reach to the actual accurate maximum revenue that it can pull out. After you've set that up, you can save the rates. That's the time that now all the pricing strategy is being calculated according to the parameters we defined. Once this is done and saved, we can go to the calendar rates, and here we will see the results of the prices that are being applied given the pricing strategies we chose. Now, here you also see the book days, the available dates. You can see the yearly view. On the monthly view instead, you see the prices on color range. And if you need to do any manual editing, you can do so from the manual pricing page, just by tapping on it, rewriting the amount and clicking on enter. Now, beyond or on top of the smart pricing, this smart pricing doesn't have any seasonality, okay? It's all based on the algorithm, the data points that we are using to reach to each one of the amounts, the demand on the region, everything else. But if you want to define your own season periods, you can do so from here. If you are already using seasons in any other property, you can just replace it with one that works for you. And then the system is going to pull out the seasons for you. What are you actually defining on these seasons? You're only defining the period that it applies for, and for each season, you are defining the minimum stay and the extra guest price. If the extra guest price applies throughout all the seasons, you can also very well define it here instead. Once you have done that, this is basically all done now. If you want, you can also go onto the availability section, and here you can define an absolute minimum stay, the availability window that you want to open your calendars for. Now I'm going to go just for 1 year. If you want, you can also define a maximum stay, and if you want to optimize gaps in between bookings. These are the options that you have in terms of setting your prices. Moreover, you can also define discounts for long stays that would apply on top of these minimum stays that you are defining, but never overriding those absolute minimum nights that you have defined.